What's up, guys? Red Wolf here, and welcome back to the NC State Dynasty on College Football 26. We head to Vanderbilt for Game 3 of Season 2. We are looking to stay undefeated in another top 25 matchup in this season. Make sure to like this video, comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Consider becoming a member on the channel as well as we continue to grow this community. I appreciate you guys watching. Madden 26 is also coming out soon. Give me your thoughts on that game down below. Give me some ideas for teams that might be good to rebuild. That'll be my next series I start, is a rebuild on Madden 26. Looking forward to that next iteration of the game. We're in Nashville, Tennessee, taking on the Vanderbilt Commodores. They're led by quarterback Duncan Grant. He has over 600 yards passing and 5 touchdowns through 2 games so far. They've got several freshmen in that backfield, led by Jalen Johnson and Ralph Otis. Those 2 guys we will see a lot of today, as we are looking to go 3-0 for the second season in a row. Last year we went 3-0. We ended up losing to Duke, however, for our first loss of that season. We're underway. Michael Allen will receive the kick for the Wolfpack, taking it out of the end zone. Not great blocking ahead of him, and we start this drive at the 15-yard line. CJ Bailey leads this offense on the field. Seth McGowan has had a pretty good start to his Wolfpack career, but he did struggle last week. Our running game didn't really get going that much at all, and we had to rely on our passing game to move the ball down the field a little bit more. I would like to see these running backs get in open space and make plays a little more often, especially with the talent we brought in through the transfer portal. Seth McGowan was committed to Vanderbilt as we ended the offseason, but then ended up on our roster as we began fall camp. We'll see how he does against the team that he was supposed to play for. On 3rd down and 9, we're at the 43. Bailey floats back, fires it deep down the right side, looking for TJ Blanton, and that pass is complete down inside the 10. Makes it 1st down and goal at the 6. TJ Blanton is rocking his new number for this season. Changed it from 39 to number 3, and I think that fits Blanton a little bit more than 39. What a great start of this game for CJ Bailey. A gain of 50 on that pass play. 70 yards passing already on this first drive. That was back-to-back deep shots. The first one Blanton was unable to hang on to, but then he was able to catch that as we throw a pick on the very next play. The linebacker showed blitz, backed out of it, and came right across the passing lane to pick off CJ Bailey. He fooled me on that play. I was going to hand it off, but then I saw him crash toward the line of scrimmage, and he ended up picking us off. That's the 2nd interception of the season for Bailey. It would have been a touchdown for Jamison Cherador, but Brian Longwell, you can see it there. He crashes down like he's going to blitz and then sits down right in front of Bailey. Vanderbilt takes over at the 5-yard line. The 1st down play goes nowhere. It's 2nd down and 10 from the 4. In the pocket, Grant flips it down short. That's number 82, Bryson Coleman, his tight end, catching that pass for a gain of 2. On 3rd down and 8, the Commodores are very conservative, hand this ball off to number 21, Jalen Johnson. There's a flag on the field, a holding penalty against Vanderbilt, and they'll just have to punt this one away as we decline the penalty, and we take the football back in plus territory. Hoping to have a better end result to this drive, Seth McGowan gets us started with a short 2-yard gain. I'm having trouble running the football these last couple of games. I think the updates they sent out has made it a lot tougher, but we'll keep making adjustments. 1st down and 10 from the 27. Bailey looks to the end zone. There's TJ Blanton. He catches that football inbounds, and that's a touchdown for the Wolfpack. Another long pass play from Bailey to Blanton, and this is becoming a great partnership on the outside. We take a 7-0 lead after turning the football over on our first drive of the game. At 6.5 minutes left in this first quarter, we take the lead over the Commodores. Bailey with a great pass toward the back of the end zone. Blanton keeps his feet in bounds. Gets hit as soon as the ball gets there, but hangs on through the contact. Is anybody else having a glitch where their punter ends up on the defensive line? Alex Falk, our transfer punter, says he is a 99 overall at that defensive end position, but it doesn't list his name. I make the change to bring him off the field. We don't need our punter getting hurt, but I'm not sure what's going on. I've changed the depth chart, made sure formation subs were not using anything with him on the defensive side of the football. So I'm not sure what happened. We force a 3 and out. and we get the football back. It's 2nd down and 2 from the 37. Bailey in the pocket, floats back. A good blitz pickup from Seth McGowan, but Bailey is unable to find an open receiver. On 3rd down and 2, it's a quick pass out to Jamison Cherador, and he picks up the 1st down. Nothing doing on the counter play. It's 2nd down and 11. Vanderbilt is hoping to get a stop here. McGowan picks up 6. 3rd down and 5, right at midfield. Bailey fires quickly out to the left. That's Tank Boston shaking a tackle, and he gets down to the 38. A great play from Boston to shake the tackle and pick up extra yards. We're down to the 38. Bailey flips it to TJ Blanton after the motion. He's able to pick up a 1st down. He's quickly approaching 100 yards receiving in this first quarter. McGowan with another carry. He has 5 for 20 so far. A better game so far for McGowan. He finished last game with 8 carries for 5 yards. Now Bailey on the play action fires toward Cherador, unable to connect. It's 3rd down and 5 from the 22. Now Bailey over the middle finds TJ Blanton. His 4th catch of the game puts him over 90 yards. Now McGowan again, another strong run. He picks up 4 more as we head toward the end of this first quarter. We get one more playoff before the clock hits triple zeros, and McGowan has nowhere to go. We'll pick back up at 3rd down and 5 inside the red zone, up 7-0 over Vanderbilt. Almost 200 total yards of offense for the Wolfpack so far. Vanderbilt only has 5. We've done most of our damage through the air. Those long pass plays to TJ Blanton have really opened things up for this offense, and we've put the yardage on the board. However, we still only have 7 points. We have to settle for a field goal try. It's 4th down and 8. Nolan Hauser kicks it, and he hits the upright. We come away with no points once again. We have gotten to the red zone 3 times today, and we have 7 points to show for it. Vanderbilt takes over at the 20, and their first play nets 16 out to the 36. Duncan Grant making changes. He's in the shotgun, flanked by Ralph Otis. Grant in the pocket, fires deep down the left side. 2 defenders are there, and that pass gets broken up. Another penalty on the field. It's another holding call against the Commodores. That will knock them back 10 yards. It's 1st down and 20 from the 26-yard line. Lamar Boykins has his ears pinned back. He's trying to get to the quarterback, but Grant gets rid of it, and there's another flag. It could be 1st down and 30 or 2nd down and 20 after this holding penalty. We decline this one, and it's 2nd down and 20 from the 26. Boykins trying to get to the quarterback, gets around his man. Another big hit on Grant, but he just does get rid of it, and it falls incomplete. 3rd down and long. Grant looks deep down the left side. He has a man there, but good coverage from the defenders knocks it away. Zach Kaiser gets us going. Nowhere to go, though. Loses 4 on that carry. Now a play action. Bailey in the pocket trying to get rid of it. Gets hit as he throws, and he was lucky to get rid of it. That should have been a sack. On 3rd down and 14, Bailey looking for TJ Blanton, but overthrows his intended target, and we have to punt it away again. Duncan Grant rolling out to the left. Thought about running, but tried to connect on that pass to his receiver. Probably should have just tucked it and ran. We're looking at a 3rd down and 8 on defense, hoping to get off the field to force another 3 and out for this Vanderbilt offense. Grant in the pocket, gets hit as he throws, but completes it to his tight end. That's Bryson Coleman, his 2nd catch of the game. He picks up a big 1st down. And that was Jalen Johnson's turn. He gets across midfield down to the 44. And just like that, Vanderbilt's moving the football. Grant in the pocket, gets hit as he throws, and Gerald Kershaw picks that football off. The pressure forced Grant to get rid of it. He doesn't see Kershaw lurking below his intended target, and we take the football away. Kershaw picks off Grant. I think it was Josh Alexander Felton on the pressure that forced that errant throw from Duncan Grant, and we have a great opportunity to increase our lead to 2 possessions. We can take a look at it here. Gerald Kershaw drops back in his zone. It is Josh Alexander Felton coming off that right side and forces the bad throw. 1st down and 10 from the 24. Bailey in the shotgun. We'll see what kind of play they draw up right here. Michael Allen out of the backfield. That was a dangerous pass, almost picked off. Makes it 2nd down and 10. Now a similar route for the running back. Connect this time down to the 12. It's 1st down and 10. Zach Kaiser stays in the game. There's a man in motion. Kaiser gets the carry. He bounces it out to the left, has one man to beat, makes a move, and he gets into the end zone. 3 plays after we forced the turnover, we get into the end zone to go up 14-0 over Vanderbilt. A great showing so far from this Wolfpack offense. We're moving the football almost at will on every drive. We just need to be able to finish these drives in the end zone. We've left 2 drives out there with no points after getting into the red zone, but luckily we've capitalized on 2 others. 7 minutes left in the half, up 14-0. Duncan Grant and this offense needs to get something going, but Sebastian Harsh does not let them regain momentum. He comes off the edge, brings Grant down for a sack on the play. And just like that, the Commodores are looking at a 2nd down and 15. Sebastian Harsh was outstanding last season, recording over 11 sacks on the year. And he's really starting to pick it up as of late. Now Grant in the pocket again. That's back-to-back sacks. This time it's Lamar Boykins, the true freshman, our weak side linebacker, coming on the blitz, brings Grant down for another loss of 7. And just like that, it's 3rd down and 22. The Commodores are going to need a miracle to not go 3 and out on this drive. We have a chance to really put this game out of reach early if we can get off the field and put the ball in the end zone. On 4th down and 21, they punt the ball away, and we take over in plus territory at the 49. 2nd down and 12, now Bailey on the swing pass, looking for McGowan, trying to set his blocks up, but unable to get anything going, makes it 3rd down and 14. Bailey in the pocket again, this time unable to get rid of the football, didn't want to make a mistake. We take a sack and have to punt it away. Vanderbilt takes over at the 22, looking to gain some momentum on this drive. Already a better start, gaining 10 after starting their last drive with back-to-back sacks. That's 2 straight completions for Grant, and they're at the 40-yard line. 1st down and 10 as we approach the end of this first half. Jalen Johnson out of the backfield, making some moves. A good nifty run from Johnson, picks up 9. The last play before the 2-minute warning is a read option. Grant keeps. Nowhere to go. It's 3rd down and short. 2 minutes left in this half. Grant in the pistol, hands off to Johnson. A hole opens up over the middle, and Johnson doesn't miss it. He picks up 7. It's 1st down and 10 at the 43. Now Grant fires quickly over that right side. That's number 83, Cameron Montero. His first catch of the game. And then another completion to number 80, Tristan Brown. Vanderbilt has us on our heels a little bit. Grant in the pocket gets hit. That's C.J. Mims, the transfer defensive tackle from North Carolina, getting the sack. That's a big-time play to force the punt, and Bailey misses his target on 1st down. We called the timeout to get the football back, trying to put some points on the board. Bailey flips it to Anthony Green. He was open but was unable to corral that football. 3rd down and 10 now. Bailey in the pocket, fires down the middle, gets hit as he throws, and that's just an unlucky break. I think he would have had a chance to complete that pass to Anthony Green, but Bailey gets hit from his blind side, throws the trajectory of the football off, and that's his 2nd interception of today's game. The Commodores have a chance to score before going into halftime. Brandon Silas makes us pay on the mistake. You can see here Teague Anderson getting beat off the edge, and Bailey had no chance to put anything on that ball. 33 seconds left. Vanderbilt looking to score. Grant in the pocket, fires short. That's another completion to his tight end, number 82, Bryson Coleman. Makes it 2nd down and 8. Grant making changes at the line. He's in the pocket, scrambling to his right now. On the run, fires to number 83, Cameron Montero. And that's a 1st down for Vanderbilt. Now a blitz coming. Grant stands tall in the pocket, completes that pass over the middle. It's 2nd down and 2. They have 1 timeout left. The clock is moving quickly. Now Grant stepping up. He's going to run. The clock is moving. Grant gets hit. There's 1 second on the clock. They burn their last timeout, and they have a chance to put 3 on the board, which they do. We go into halftime up 14-3. We had a chance to pitch a shutout in this first half, and this game really could have gotten out of hand for Vanderbilt. But we've made some mistakes that has allowed them to hang around. Blanton close to 100 yards in today's game. The 50-yard completion and the long touchdown catch are the 2 highlights of his day so far. I think C.J. Bailey's playing well. The first interception was completely my fault. It was a great deke by the defender. And then the second one was not his fault at all, getting hit as he threw it, and the linebacker was in the right spot at the right time. Looking for a strong half from Bailey in this offense. We need to be able to finish drives. Vanderbilt starts the second half on offense. looking to continue their momentum from the last minute of the first half. Jalen Johnson on the carry gets taken down by Josh Alexander Felton. It's 3rd down and long. Now Grant in the pocket overthrows his intended target, looking for his favorite target so far, tight end Bryson Coleman, and we're able to get the stop to take over. 2nd down and 5 from the 40. Reed Mitchell on that catch. Hasn't played much this season. We just have a lot of talent in that tight end room, and Mitchell doesn't do anything special to get on the field more than the other guys that are there. Jaden Scott with a strong run. He hasn't gotten the ball a ton today. I would like for him to be a little bit more involved in this offense. He was outstanding for us a season ago, and I think that we need to continue to keep him involved. Seth McGowan with a good run on the outside. Had nowhere to go up the middle and was able to bounce it outside for no gain on that play. On play action now, Bailey rolling out to his right, looking down the right side, and that's Jamison Cheridor with an acrobatic catch on the sideline. Now McGowan on the stretch play gets taken down in the backfield. There's a flag on the play. Trent Mitchell gets called for the holding penalty here, and we get backed up 10. 1st down and 10 from the 42 now. McGowan still in the game. On the RPO, Bailey hands it to McGowan. Looks like a little bit of a miscommunication. McGowan started strong, had 5 carries for 20 yards. Did you see Bailey go toward the end zone, looking for Tank Boston, and as he falls to the ground, makes the catch in the end zone. And just like that, we hit another big play through the air. C.J. Bailey with touchdown pass number 2, this time to Tank Boston on the left side. Both of our receivers have gotten past the defenders for long gains today. T.J. Blanton was first. Tank Boston didn't want to be outdone. As you see, C.J. Bailey got hit as he released the football, and Tank Boston had a great catch to corral it just in front of the defender. Back to McGowan. He started out with 5 carries for 20 yards. His last 5 carries have gone for only 6. Again, we need to do a much better job running the football, especially as we start to head into conference play in a couple weeks. 3rd down and 8 for Vanderbilt. Duncan Grant looking to make something happen. Nowhere to go with the ball. Gets hit again as he throws. And I feel like we've just lived in the backfield today. If we're not getting sacks, we're forcing Grant to get rid of the ball. And he is not able to complete passes at the rate at which he wants to. Now Bailey in the pocket on 2nd down and 8. Nowhere to go with the football. Rolls out to his left away from all of his routes and throws it away to make it 3rd down. Now Bailey in the pocket gets hit again as he throws. Luckily, this one falls to the turf. He was looking for his running back out of the backfield. Vanderbilt needs to get something going on this drive if they want to have a chance to win this game. We're up 3 possessions. Grant rolling to his left on 2nd down completes that pass. That's his favorite target, Bryson Coleman. Already has 5 catches today, but only 25 yards. 3rd down and medium for Grant in this offense. Has time, fires to the right side. That pass could have been picked off, looking for his tight end once again. We're going to decline this penalty and take the football back after the punt. A great play in coverage from Travers. Knocks the football away. And we have it 1st down and 10 from the 43. Bailey's over 200 yards today, a couple of touchdowns. Of course, he does have the 2 picks. But I think other than that, he has played well. He gets hurt on that play. Will Wilson has to come into the game. Completes 1 pass, but then Bailey comes right back in. He goes back to his favorite receiver today, T.J. Blanton. Makes the leaping try, but is unable to corral it. And we have to punt it back to the Commodores, who take over at the 19. Bailey has gotten banged up a little bit today. He's been hit more today than he has in the first 2 weeks. He's still playing well, but that's not having a good effect on his wear and tear. And that's something we're going to have to monitor through the rest of this game and potentially through the rest of this season. But our defense continues its stout effort. We've allowed only 3 points today to Vanderbilt. We've allowed single-digit points in each of our first 2 games, looking to continue that streak today in Tennessee. A holding penalty again against the Wolfpack. In a game or 2, I am changing the sliders. After the update, I think the holding penalties have become a lot more common. I'm just going to adjust as these updates come out. I like to watch Mr. Hurricane. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. He adjusts his sliders regularly using Matt 10's slider set. And as we continue to play this game, we'll just continue to adjust. And hopefully, we'll get a realistic product on the field. Heading toward the end of the 3rd quarter, Vanderbilt finally getting some positive yards on the field. They're close to midfield as they start this drive. Grant completes this pass to number 0, Junior Sherrill, on the screen. He's an impact player, but has been very quiet today. We're heading to the fourth quarter, up 21-3. At the end of one, we had almost 200 yards of offense, but total today, we only have 249. I think the big difference is we have been unable to run the football consistently. The sacks that Vanderbilt has gotten has pushed us back in that yardage total column, but I would still like for us to be able to run the ball better. You see C.J. Mims picks up his second sack of the game. A great play from the defensive tackle getting to Grant, and we have really just lived in the backfield. We have made things extremely tough for Duncan Grant in this offense. They haven't had a chance to get anything going, and we gifted them their 3 points. They're going for it in their own territory on 4th down and 11. Grant fires it short. They have no chance to convert. We take over at the 39. We leave our starters in the game for the time being, but it's something we'll have to monitor as we continue to watch the wear and tear. Back-to-back running plays, back-to-back losses. It's 3rd down and 17 now. Going for a screen, but Bailey chooses to go to Tank Boston, who beats his man off the line. That's his second touchdown of the game. It was a called screen to Jaden Scott, but Bailey sees the release for Tank Boston, and as he's throwing off his back foot, gets hit. Touchdown pass number 3 today for C.J. Bailey. We're up 28-3, and we just need to continue getting stops and then run this football so we can run the clock out. Jalen Johnson gets hurt. That brings in Ralph Otis, the backup running back. Vanderbilt facing another 3rd down. 3rd down and 5. Grant in the pocket. Has a ton of time. Finally decides to fire to the left side, looking for Sherrill, but it gets broken up at the point of contact. 4th down and 5 now. Back-to-back 4th down attempts. Duncan Grant is going to take off, has room, and picks up 7. He keeps the drive and Vanderbilt's hopes alive. 2nd down and 11 after Sebastian Harsh gets into the backfield for the tackle for loss. We're down to just over 8 minutes left in this game. They send a man in motion. Grant in the pocket. As he's standing at the back of his offensive lineman, fires it to the left side, completes that pass to Cameron Montero. Now Johnson on the carry, gets laid out right at midfield, but is able to pick up 3. I want to see Lamar Boykins get into the backfield here. He has to beat one man, but that's a quick release from Grant to his tight end. No shot for the rush to get home. 3rd down and 6. Grant in the pocket. Has time. Fires over that right side. Completes the pass to Montero. And Vanderbilt's moving the football. 1st down and 10 from the 41. Another completed pass to Montero. Lamar Boykins was in coverage. That's not his strong suit. Would like to see him in zone, if anything, if he's on that back end. On 1st down and 10, a run for Jalen Johnson goes nowhere. It's 2nd down and 14. Ralph Otis in the backfield. It's a fake to Otis, but nowhere to go in the backfield for Duncan Grant as Lamar Boykins gets the sack. I didn't notice who met him in the backfield, but that's a half a sack for Boykins and a half a sack for his teammate. 3rd down and 22. Grant in the pocket, looking to make something happen. Firing somewhere. Not sure if he threw that one away or if that was just a terribly inaccurate pass, but it makes it 4th down and 22. Grant in the pocket. He has time, fires deep down the left side. It's one-on-one coverage, but a good job from Javon Bailey. Knocks the football away, and now we have a chance to run this clock out. Seth McGowan on the first carry picks up 6. I don't know if you noticed, but I did accidentally reach the football with McGowan. That could have been a disaster. It could have been a fumble for the Wolfpack. We pick up our first down of the drive. We need a couple more on this drive. Now it's Michael Allen's turn to get a carry. We haven't seen a lot of him today. He's been banged up as well. It's 2nd down and 15 after the loss on the play. We should be able to run this clock down to the 2-minute warning. If we pick this 1st down up, that'll be the end of the game. Michael Allen with nowhere to go. A good play from the defender. And Vanderbilt takes over with just over a minute left. The only thing they're really doing right now is playing for some pride. They could get some more points on the board, but there's no shot for them to come back today. Grant with a carry for Ralph Otis on the handoff. Nowhere to go. Makes it 3rd down and 11. 35 seconds left. Vanderbilt takes a timeout for some reason. But now Grant's in the backfield. Gets hit. That was almost a safety. He ends up fumbling the football. And a Vanderbilt offensive lineman falls on it. We could have had 7 more, or at least a forced turnover there. But we win the game anyway. A consistent effort, a touchdown in every quarter. And we win 28-3. That should have been a shutout, but I made that mistake. Threw the interception with C.J. Bailey. Probably should have just been content running the football. But anyway, Tank Boston has a great game. 4 catches, 117 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Go back and watch that throw again from Bailey to Boston on the intended screen. Bailey gets hit as he throws it off his back foot, and somehow finds Boston in stride for the touchdown. I know I wanted our offense to run through our 2 tight end sets, but today it was our outside receivers doing all the work. They combined for over 200 yards receiving, 8 catches, and 3 touchdowns, averaging about 25 or 26 yards a catch between the 2 of them. If we have that play in addition to our tight ends and halfbacks, it's going to be a really strong year for us. Lamar Boykins, what else can you say about the true freshman? 5 tackles for loss today, 2.5 sacks. He's just somebody I didn't expect to contribute as much as this early. I thought he would be more of a role player this year, but he's come in and made a statement. C.J. Bailey is playing better so far this season, averaging almost 243 yards per game, 8 touchdown passes so far, only 3 picks. We're making better decisions with Bailey, not forcing the football into coverage, and I think that's helped our offense. Our running backs are not playing well right now. Only 2 of them are averaging over 4 yards per carry, and they only have 3 touchdowns total on the ground through the first 3 games. Our wide receivers and tight ends are playing well, I think. TJ Blanton now has 10 catches on the year, averaging 18.5 yards per catch. Tank Boston has been our big play guy on the left side, averaging over 25 per catch. Lamar Boykins up to 11 tackles for loss. Sebastian Harsh is starting to turn it on. He started out slow, but finally got into the backfield for a sack this week. CJ Mims, the transfer D tackle, has himself a couple of sacks, and we're looking to pace the country again in that sack total. And for the first time in his career, Lamar Boykins is the ACC Defensive Player of the Week. We finally are able to advance, and we get our first commitment of the season. We bolster that wide receiver room. Malik Figures from Charlotte, North Carolina, chooses to run with the Wolfpack. We miss out on a couple of our key recruits, but we get to take a look at our current board. Again, we'll go more in depth in 1 or 2 episodes after we get a couple more commitments. I'm hoping we'll get a couple more after this first round of visits in a week or 2. We've got a lot of 4 stars on the board this year. That's a big change from a year ago. We really honed in on a lot of 3 stars. We did get a few 4-star commitments, and those guys are contributing on the field right now. I think if we were able to bring in more 4 stars, that would just add to our depth, and we would continue to be able to rotate this talent in. The number 1 tackle in the country is Niles Small from St. Petersburg, Florida. We match up fairly well with his interests. We're currently in 2nd place for him. The Gators are currently in 1st. But since he's still in his top 5, I'm going to try to sway for the first time this season. I would like for us to be able to offer playing time as a great incentive, as he has an extremely good chance of coming in and starting almost right away. If we can't do that, our conference prestige is extremely high right now, and I would like to be able to use a little bit better pitches for this number 2 overall recruit in the country. We are in a much better spot right now than we were a year ago. If you go back and look at our targets from last season, we didn't have this depth of talent on the board. I'm really trying to get a full class to commit this season, even if a lot of those guys are 2 and 3 stars. As we head toward the end of the year, if we still have a lot of openings, I'm going to start adding some more guys to the board. I think ideally I want to keep 15 slots or so open for the transfer portal, but until we're able to improve on some of these grades, I don't think we'll be able to go after the high-profile transfers that we might want. With the mass exodus of talent from a year ago, we've really been put into a bind with our depth. A lot of guys had that pro potential as their deal breaker, and we lost almost our entire wide receiver room. Right now, Tank Boston is a threat to transfer because of that exact deal breaker. I'm hoping we are able to improve on that in the next couple of seasons, because if not, that room is just going to be a revolving door. We need to improve some of these grades so that we can get higher profile recruits. We're in a good position for a lot of these guys. I hope that as we head through the rest of this year, we get more commitments quickly. My main target at quarterback is Rashard Parker, a 4-star recruit, dual threat quarterback from Connecticut. I think we're going to lose out on that battle. I'm just going to leave the hours in to see if we can make up some ground and hopefully get into a recruiting battle with Michigan. We lose out on our 3-star recruit at quarterback, Frederick Smith. Isaac Waddle chooses to go to Tennessee. Tennessee is quickly becoming my main rival in recruiting after we lost Jacarius Peak and Hollywood Smothers in the portal to them. But thank you guys for watching today. Remember to like the video, hit that subscribe button if you haven't, comment down below your predictions for the rest of this season. I'll see you guys later.